And the other thing is that it's constantly going, no. Cryonis. Create a pillar of ice from a water surface. Building ice pillars are very still. Sorry, that are very still. These pillars can be used as stepping stones or as obstacles. Use Cryonis on an ice pillar to break it. Oh my god! Oh my god! Ow. It takes a long time to shoot. I need a stabby thing. Let's get this out of the way. Nice. What's this? Traveler's Spear. A spear used mainly by travelers to fend off wolves and other beasts. It's easy to hold and simple to use. Well, yeah, it's a long, funky thing. If it was hard to use, I'd be very confused. What not? That way. Is my sword scraping along the ground? That is a nice detail. Yes. Why is there a chorus of cherubs heralding your arrival? With this, you now have acquired all the sealed orders from the shrine on this plateau. Oh ho! Extraordinary. That means it is finally time for me to be more cryptic. Look, it is finally time for me to tell you everything. But first, that way. With the 4 shrines as the end of a cross, find the spot in between them. I shall wait for you there. So at the temple. I've done this before. Do you understand? Well, the 2 lines connecting the shrines would cross. There, I'll be waiting. John McLean. Temple of Time, which is there. I didn't mean to fall off that cliff. It's interesting to put your enemy's head on when your low in hearts or aren't fully prepared. I didn't die to an enemy. Why are you telling me to be more careful? Tell me to watch where I'm going instead. Doink. A doink. Oh pow! A valuable ore that gives off a mesmerizing iridescence similar to the inside of a seashell. It can contains the power of water. So I'll often splash enemies a little, blow some bubbles at them. This way? I meant to climb down that side slowly. Let's eat the baked apple I found. To slightly prolong my eventual demise. Goodbye. There's a chest. Sweet. Cool. Yeah. Soldier's bow. Heck yeah! A bow designed for armed conflict. Inflicts more damage with a civilian bow, but it's flammable. And this is why sometimes it's worth kicking enemy ass. Now I can do this the tricky way, or I can do this the... Oh, the door was there. Never mind. Ancient screw. Handy. Ancient shaft. Great. Now, the one doublet, one doublet, gives 0 downside over the initial shirt. So, if you're sane, just keep it on. I can probably take them now. Even better, I can steal their meat and then run. Goodbye. Why earn anything when you can steal? Raw meat. Meat obtained from animals in plains and forests. You can eat it raw, but cooking it will make it delicious and nutritious. Another free piece of steak. I don't mind if I do. I'm such a jerk to these guys. They deserve it. Ow! Well, this is a net loss for me. Hey, I just healed. Jerkwad. Oh, that's convenient. Let's try this again. Minus the die. There's my cue. Bye. Say hello to your first ever car. Yahaha! You found me. Oh, not Hetsu. But you can see me? I didn't know your kind could see the children out the forest. What do you mean by my kind? Rude. Well, if you run into Hetsu, please return this to him. Park Sea, a small sea that was given to you by a Korok. It has a distinct smell. If you gather a bunch of them, you never know what might happen. Oh, and my friends are hiding in lots of different places too. Don't be shy about poking your nose into suspicious faces. So you're trying to get me murdered, is what you're saying. Because generally, you poke your nose into a suspicious place, you get shot. The rusty broadsword. This once fearsome sword has seen better days. You can do some damage in the right hands, but But it also breaks quickly. Now that I have actual weapons, any goblin that comes across my path is going to be dead. I'm gonna deadify it so good. Ah! Ah, idiot. Oh, he dropped something. Remember, kids, always loot corpses. Excuse me. Oh, brothers, how you beef me? You who have conquered the shrines and claimed the spirit orbs, I can offer you great power. Not wisdom, though. You're a dumbass. It appears you have claimed 4 spirit orbs. In exchange for 4 spirit orbs, I will amplify your being. So tell me what it is you desire. Biggest stomach. I get it. You wish for health, yes? Yes. I shall grant the power you seek. Oh. Your high force has been strengthened, increasing your maximum number of hearts by 1. Thank you. Go and bring peace to Hyrule. Yes, ma'am. Ah! It's a ghost! The blessing of the goddess has made you that much more resilient, I see. Here I am. Get up here, quickly. Dude, I just took health, not stamina. There is no quickly. If Link was in the modern day, he'd be such a gym junkie. Boy. I hate you. There's a ladder. I never knew this ladder was here. In my many times being at this building, I just climbed the terraces. One sec. There does not appear to be a car up there. Well, this tower on the other hand reeks of Kodak poop. I mean Kodak seed. It's not poop. If it was poop, they would tell us, right? By they, I mean the devs, not the Koroks. Koroks are evil little beings, so they would not tell us. I regret my health choice already. Yo, what up? Yahoo! Hi. Oh good, I didn't break my shins.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am.
I just thought you were a
I
hobo.
was King Rome Bosphoramus Hyrule. I was, the last leader of Hyrule. A kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form.
We didn't know my memory was fragile yet.
Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
Okay. Can you go kill it yet?
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, You were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Okay. Go on. Here is the paraglider, just as I promised. An item that you receive from the king on the Great Plateau. It allows you to sail through the sky. Press X while you're in the air to use it. With that, you should be able to safely climb cliffs surrounding this area. And I think that's it. I told you everything I can. So, Ramine's other thing. Link, you must save Hyrule. Don't dodge the question! Zelda's blue. Nice. Not as nice. What? Okay. Inventory. Let's get rid of all that. You? And with that, I have a lot that I need to do today. So as much as I'd love to stay and play, I probably shouldn't have streamed at all. So, I need to head off and get some stuff done. So thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. And goodbye.